Thank you very much. Yes, it is going to be exciting. I think this is, I think painted well. Thorn kind of touched on it very early. Gambit needs to start winning series, and North, if they're going to prove themselves as a playoff team, need to also beat Gambit, not SK, not the Na'Vi, not whoever they match up against that's unfavorable. This is a proving ground for both these teams.
I think it was a good decision as well to avoid Cobble against Gambit. They've proven themselves to be excellent on that map, obviously beating Virtus Pro earlier in the tournament, looking great on that. And North, to be fair, that used to be their best map, and it seems like it's kind of plateaued for them a little bit. I remember at the Major, they had that massive defeat against Virtus Pro after going up 12-3 in the first half. You feel like that's probably an area they want to avoid now.
Also, bringing AZ in changes a little bit. It is one player change that they are familiar with, not quite in this complexion, but it does mean that timings and intricacies can be off. So they maybe haven't got time in on Cobblestone. They haven't been as comfortable on it with him.
Well, we are going to see Inferno as well.
Finally.
Obviously, it's a little bit of an interesting one. Certainly in a playoff, I would say it definitely can be granted as a wild card here. The guys at North, they played it to open up the tournament against Optic and actually had that 16-11 loss. To be fair, there were a lot of interesting rounds and economic sways that actually made it slip against them, and obviously Gambit have played it as well. We saw them against Fnatic, an amazing performance, 16-8, but like the guy said, I think Fnatic looked a little bit out of their depth there, trying to get back to a classic map for them, and it didn't really come together.
I'm interested to see what Gambit do bring in. They strike me as a team that it's a gamble, sure, to bring in Inferno, but they strike me as a team that, being the underdog, you kind of look toward new maps to get an upper hand on people. You try and get a strategy in quickly and develop it. Now, Inferno is still playing similar to how it used to play, with obviously the exception of smokes toward the bottom of Banana. There's a little bit more control for the terrorist in that position. I'm still not a fan of the wall at the top of it that you can just spray straight through. But if they can find something early on the map, that's their go-to. It is the Joker. It's their way to get maps in a series. I think that there's a very strong chance this does go to 3 maps. But Nuke to start.
Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first playoff game, Gambit versus North. And to kick things off, it's going to be D-Nuke. Gambit starting on the CD side here, North, of course, on the terrorist side. 3 sets of armor, 2 smokes as well. That suggests it'll be something a little bit slower. A lot of teams opting for upper rushes these days, but that kind of buy suggests they'll be slowing things down, using the smokes potentially towards outside here.
So Cajun took to the door first. No one going outside to get those smokes in play. Dren is looking at the main entrance, but he's actually going to push up. I was going to say if he stays near the door, he'll be able to swing to Squeaky and cover that off. Instead, they've got Squeaky access, and they'll be able to waltz around the hut to spot in behind Silo. They also have access to Vent, therefore cleared out already. Cajun's wondering where everyone is. As finally gets inside of the site. Hobbit's above. He got the first kill. Zeus follows it. Hobbit finally goes down, but bomb dropped temporarily. And the rotation from Adren, he's gone back to lobby. He'll be able to flank in from the Squeaky doorway. And if they go back to lobby, guess what? They've already got company coming in from ramp. It's Doja. But him going down opens up possibilities. AZ, he also finds Adren. Cajun getting that kill. It's Mo left in a 1 versus 2. Somehow they fight back when it looked like they were pinched in.
Yeah, it looks like Gambit were going to run away with this round. Now it's all up to Mo. He's going to go towards the upper bomb site now. Completely lost track of the remaining terrorists here. They will be actually heading towards outside. They have 45 seconds remaining, and it's absolutely fine. This is such a difficult map on the CTs, but Mo, he's actually going to be looking outside, finds both of them. Occasion B gets his 3rd frag of the round. Great accuracy from him. As soon as he gets that silenced USP, he starts mowing them down. And
he gets the last 3 kills when it's a 3 versus 2, and 2 of those inside a lobby to make that all possible. If they got trapped in from lobby, if those flanks were successful, the round doesn't even go anywhere for North.
Well, you could see what they did there. The smoke towards Heaven and towards main entrance as well. Like I said, a lot of teams are offering normally to go towards the upper rush there, but they slowed things down, went for the explosion in the mid-round. Started to fall apart there. It was Hobbit and Mo getting some first initial kills, but they fall back and KGB delivering the goods towards the end. There will be a force fight from the CTs here. Mo on the scout as well, so he's gone all in. He'll be limiting himself on that first gun round if they do not pick this up. But there's only 1 rifle available here for North. First scout shot comes in, does not connect.
Cajun waiting with the back position on Silo to see what he can see. Dren, big garage. It's Doji on a Deagle that tantalizes me the most, because this is an angle he could be favorable in. He can also drop down. They get the rotation in from Mo, who's playing toward Heaven. Hobbit transfers 5-7. Especially if they get Mo transferring into the turnpike area, if they go ramp with the scout, and that's where they're going to be heading. Doja can't find headshots. Mo's got to get in position. He's there now, and he gets it immediately as arrives with the scout headshot lined up, but he only gets the 1, no tag. Following up as Magisk puts him down, and Doja's fighting aggressively with the Deagle. Does find 1. He's getting low on ammo. He's got to go for the reload or pick up the MP7. Can't quite pull it off. Magisk gonna get it in return. 3 versus 3 though, and Zeus now is the one to rotate in quickly from the ramp position. Cajun's gonna put him down, but 19 HP for Cajun, 19 HP for Magisk, and only 64 for AZ, who's trying to get inside of the smoke to get the plant down aggressively. Thankfully for them, they've found the 2 kills required to leave Adren now on 14 in a 1 versus 3. He gets Cajun down on 1 HP though. That's an AK gone they have to recover.
Yeah, not really much Adrian to do here. He's in towards the vent now. He's going to go on 14 HP. He does open it up, finds a kill, and Cajun be on 1 HP as well. This is possible. And he's going to be trying to do what he can here. With only 9 bullets left in his CZ.
He's got to open the door from decontamination though, and that'll give away a lot. Spots another one in the corner. That's AZ. It's 1 HP for Cajun B. Adren with the CZ pulls back all 3 and gets the clutch.
With 9 bullets left in his CZ, he finishes it with 0. That was amazing. What a massive round for him to pick up there. 3 kills with the CZ. It looked like it was going very well for North indeed. They get towards that lower bomb site. Assertive play from Cajun B, getting the positional control towards lower. The bomb's planted, and Adren strikes with 1 magazine remaining, and that's going to be a really frustrating round. We can have a look at this point as to how he picked up. That's a great first shot. Coming out of decon, you could see AZ just wasn't expecting that. Positions letting them down a little bit. You have to understand that Cajun B opening those doors there, maybe he just locks himself in, makes him have to come towards him at that stage, and then at least they're playing towards the bomb, but open door, low HP, gets taken down, and it's going to be a full eco at this point from North. After getting the bomb down in the previous round, they're going to be trying to buy up in the next one. So Gambit strike back after losing the pistol, and looking like it's going to be an assertive round as we go into number 3 here. 4 kills found so far, and Major's the last player remaining.
Waiting with the gap to try and find deagle shot spots. Adren inside of the big garage, but tagged already 4 HP as it is. He's got to try and get a better angle, and won't be able to do it very fast round Gambits, keeping all 5 alive. We'll stay with the 3 rifles as well, even though the AKs are going to come back out from North.
Indeed. They start to buy up now, 5 AKs in total with head armor as well, and they have a plethora of grenades. They have the smoke grenades and the Molotovs to work with here, and the flashbangs, and decent spawn to come in as well. Could go for one of these fast upper plays, considering they're up against the SMGs here. That could make a lot of sense, or just go for the default towards outside wall of smokes. Mo yet to pick up the AWP, so this is a chance for North to strike back here. We'll be focusing towards outside. Initial flashbangs coming up, but it's going to be 3 CTs waiting for them on the other side. No smokes deployed as of yet, but what a shot that is from AZ to take down Adren.
Headshot to start it. So the AKs were coming so far. The lack of weaponry, and in fact the M4 from Adren. Mo tagged on 1 HP as well. Molotov's a bit desperate at a wide gap that is the garage door outer to hold them off, and they've already found Mo, which was the intended target.
Well, this tactic makes a lot of sense from North. They know that 5 players stayed alive for Gambit in the previous one. They're going to have those SMGs, the Famases, go towards outside, take the aim duels, and AZ opens things up, and now it's going to be a 5-on-3. Job not quite complete yet, but Major's making his way towards outside. Going to try and get towards Heaven by the looks of things. There is a player waiting for him underneath Heaven, but he'll be quickly dealt with by AZ. Finds his 2nd kill of the round. Dozier goes down. Hobbit now, he'll find a similar fate.
Does indeed. Get some guns down. That's got to be the goal. Zeus does exactly that twice now, and a 3rd one who's low. Oh! Zeus, what is that? He turns around, spots another, still has the deagle in hand. There's no way we're going to get 2 like this, in this fashion from Gambit. Zeus has changed his angle. They know exactly where he is. He's going to stay onto the deagle and look for another headshot. Double peek against him, but still, I said get economic damage done. They do exactly that at North. They look a little bit frustrated by this start.
Yeah, after such a clean round. That was a 5-on-1. Zeus applies a lot of pressure, and Gambit still have a lot of money to buy here. Here's the replay. The deagle comes out. It was a low HP player towards City Spawn, but he blows his head off regardless. That was beautiful. Can't quite pick up the round, but he damages the money going forward. And with this full buy coming for Gambit, if they win this round, it's going to knock North down to an eco. So that was actually really important towards the end. 2-2. North pull one back. They're back towards the AK-47s. AZ with no grenades whatsoever. And maybe the upper rush coming in now.
Zeus, M4, good peek out from behind. The silos on site, but gets taken down immediately after by Config. Smoked off from main entrance, though. He's scared to walk by. He's only on 50 HP. Bullets being sprayed through from Mo's position could take him down, but they go for safe plant for MSL. Up from the vents with a nice flash, nice timed flash. Adren, he's able to take down Config. MSL now has to play it from the floor. It's Cajun that gets Adren. And a smoke off on Heaven as well means Doja is removed from the equation, at least temporarily, so Mo will hold station inside of the main entrance. EWP for Mo, and he's left alone. MSL finds Doja on the way out, spots 1, but can't get reset in time, and MSL sidesteps. It's now another round in a row for North.
Well, there it is. The upper rush comes in. Through the squeaky door, we're seeing a lot more these days, seeing if you can nade that position out at the start of the round, and it's a big one for North to pick up. Like I said, if they lost that round, it would be a full reset for them after those kills picked up by Zeus. MSL, he's been having a great tournament so far, and he manages to close things out there with the final 2 frags. And looking towards Gambit's economy, they're going to have to submit at this point, take an eco round. The Eagles, PT-50s, and Hobbit's got the 5-7 and body armor. Back towards outside we go. It's a very safe position to try and explore for frags, especially when you have the AWP, but Cajun, he blows the head off his own teammate.
That's lovely. Welcome to the team, AZ. Initiation, perhaps. trial by fire, a little hazing from Cajun, but now he's going to make up for it, definitely.
He does hit Mo through his teammate there, so it was an accurate shot. That's very unlucky it went down like that.
Poor AZ. Against the pistols as well. Give them any chance like that. They've already had pistols beat them once. Adren waiting for the wraparound as well, thinking that Cajun might have pushed a little bit further forward, but it's over toward ramp they want to go. Mo, who is the one who's tagged, is going to sit at headshot, try and bait them in. A little bit different than what we normally see, because again, headshot's not commonly checked anymore. Yes, a Molotov can be thrown there, but you've got to have the information. Yeah. And they're going to go right by him. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to check it. MSL, smart to the task, is going to find Mo hiding. That could have been pretty, but good smarts and awareness from MSL. Smoke off control room as well means no peeking from Hobbit. So a bomb should be safely planted, and they're going to go front toxic for the plant. That allows decontamination to be covered off by Config as he runs around, takes down Zeus immediately. Just a matter of finding Hobbit and Doji. I say they've made up for the team kill from Cajun at this point. Done just yet. Hobbit, 1 kill with the 5-7, but they instantly know where he is. Gets another dink up on MSL. This is down to a 2 versus 2. They don't have weapons yet picked up. Cajun's able to re-peek and find Hobbit, but Doja does have a MAC-10, no armor. If he goes to the right and into the vents, he's instantly taken down. Smart for him that he does not. It's decontamination instead. Deagle picked up for range. If he elects to use it, door open, they're going to know exactly where he is. Can't find the bomb. It's back toward Toxic and no kit. Doesn't really matter at that point. Round over.
Well, that was the Felica for Gambit. They managed to find 2 kills, and I guess you can call it 3 with a little bit of help there from Cajun. They managed to pick it up, though, 4-2, and the money's still not really getting the fantastic position. Here's the replay right now. You can see he does hit Mo, but blows the head of his teammate as well, so very unlucky. It does happen sometimes. Good news is, though, Gambit still can't afford the AWP. They have no kits as well, so North actually looking in a really strong position after losing a really difficult round in the early stages.
Glad we turned the X-ray off on replays. I would have liked to have seen on that one to show the skill on how accurate he was against AZ.
Yeah.
Speaking of, he takes down Hobbit, but just follows it. Cajun gets back into another with the AWP. It's a man advantage yet again from North. T-side looking strong so far as we expected, but Adren, he finds Cajun, and he's able to get quickly through the window. Now, they should know that he's gone that direction. It's not possible to get that far back in lobby. MSL, he doesn't realize it. He catches AZ out, bomb dropped. I would have thought process of elimination and timing would have led to the fact that it was out through the window, and Adren clutches that back himself.
Adren with another massive round there. As you pointed out, through the window, the timing is just down to perfection at that point. Like you said, they thought he went through the squeaky door. He actually goes through the window. They have no idea, and he finds 2 more kills. Big round for them to pick up, considering the North got the first couple of entry kills there as well, and Adren delivers the goods. Comes down to a 1v1 though, so we'll see whether anyone can actually fully equip themselves into this round. You can see 4 AKs now, a Tech 9 for MSL. Still not a great story for Gambit. This UMP and a Famas, and has a Dozier towards outside. And is that a player trying to get towards a vent, or Majestic just hiding in the corner here?
I'm not sure. I think Majestic missed.
Whoa.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, okay, that's designed.
I thought he would see his feet, and he definitely did see the feet, but didn't know where he went, so he was holding back with the UMP. What a shot from Majestic, who now goes down the vents. As AZ gets towards Secret, they'll clear the corner. Doji is down below. He's on the stairs at control room, and he's going to play near the door as well, not playing all the way back. He wants the headshot. A corner, they're arriving. Gets the gun redrawn. Tries to fake that he's gone inside of the site. Pulls to the left, but it's traded out by AZ. That gives the bomb more room to get to the site, but it's Adren, the next line of defense. Rotating in early from ramp. No rotation yet. Mo's going to go the same direction, but Hobbit's still not in position. Adren goes down. And Mo's about a step too late to instantly trade it, but he's got awareness. Fires early, and AZ, jumping across the site to check Toxic, gets taken out immediately. It seems like they want to go for the Toxic plant over and over again, so their post plant is open from vents. It's Gambit to wait for the plant, and there's the spot I'm talking about. That's the 3rd time they've tried to go for that plant. And Cajun's not going to go inside of the Toxic room. He's going to wait next to the door. Mo's going to clear corners on the way through, but start making noise in doing so, and they should have the awareness. He's right above walkout. Cajun's got to be careful. Hits that shot because down dropping in is Hobbit. He's occupied, and Cajun gets both.
Great positions there from North. No one's really running away with this game. Everyone seems to be fighting back every single time, but the 2v2 does not work out for the CTs at that point. And you can see another fast play from MSL and Co at the start. It's May just getting out the squeaky door. That nice sort of smoke in the corner gives him a nice angle as players walking from main entrance. He gets the first pick. His teammates get towards outside, down towards Secret, nice and fast. A couple of kills coming from Mo there, but it's not enough to pick up the round. 5-3 now, and it will be CZ, 5-7 some Deagles. They've got head armor as well, interesting enough. Does make sense considering they're up against 2 MP7s now. Have outside play, safe bet. Adren though, he's been great so far. Looking to cause more damage with the Desert Eagle here.
Oh, smoke doesn't quite bloom. Dren didn't quite get the vision, but as they walk by, can't get shots either. It's Hobbit to follow up in death. Toward Bane. So we snap over to Mo, trying to rotate in from Secret. He gets found from Cajun. Dojia suffers the same fate. They've only got 1 kill in the round from Zeus, who's, to be fair, pushed through into lobby, but the gun that he finds, not an AK. It's an MP7, and Cajun was well aware of it and rotates back around to catch him out. 6 now, doubling up on the 3 that Gambit have achieved.
Yeah, towards outside, very safe bet, especially when you know you're just up against the pistols. Deagles can be a little bit problematic sometimes, but as long as you're going out together, using that buddy system, making sure everything that goes down is refract straight away, you're absolutely fine. Looks like another Rico coming in from Gambit here. That was the partial buy in the previous round, the head armor, $1,000, and the Deagles on top of that as well. So they're going to have to take a full eco here. 4 USPs, 1 P250. This is going to be 7-3. North starting to get a really interesting lead at the moment.
Easy. Quick to the outside position, finds a Dren, spots another one in behind. This gets, oh, that's a lovely shot. I was gonna say this gets problematic because the shot behind AC from this range is extremely hard to hit, and Dojia double peaks, but he nails it. And he gives a massive opening on the map to North. Hobbit gets one back with the pistol, and AZ turns back to find his 3rd now in the round. With awareness, and that's how it will end with Magist getting Mo down. So AZ stepping up when required outside, giving them easy entries, and money still tight. No, they've got enough for a force into that. The AWP, they do.
Dozies have to drop it over. It goes in the hands of Mo, of course. It's the first time we're going to see them with this weapon. That was kind of nuts from AZ picking up these couple of kills. He seems to be very confident towards that outside area. But finally, an AWP on either side, Cajun B, currently on 13 kills himself, and he'll be rolling the AWP out towards the garage area, I'd imagine. Actually, he's using smoke and falling back, so maybe towards Squeaky Door he will go. And Mo, he'll be waiting to challenge him outside. That same smoke goes towards the vents, and they've already shown their hand in that position as well, so Gambit are going to be quite scared. That could be a possibility. May just gets in that corner once again. AZ's actually
problem is, better than that, Adren made a ton of noise rotating it lower, and Magisk was already inside of the vent. So Adren thought he was being careful and smart to get there early. He actually was late, and it gives Magisk the opening. AZ walks into lower, catches off the return rotation from Doji because he has to go down below from ramp. He's the next line of defense that has to be in position after Adren falls. And already they're bailing. They're going back towards CT spawn. This is going to be a round expired before it even really begins. 1 minute and 8, and they're committing to the save. Zeus, he's stuck on the upper side. Thankfully for him, they're lower, so he'll be able to walk away. And there's no one immediately on the chase.
This is just ruthless from North at this point. AZ is running outside by himself, straight towards lower, finding the rotating CTs as well. May just already opened things up. 5 on 3 in the first 30 seconds. And like you said, Gambit just have to save at this point. Almost going to be impossible to retake with 3 players towards that lower bomb site with 5 North players waiting from the other side. Need to keep the money strong at this point. You can see nothing remaining in terms of money for the CT side. They've only got 4th stage loss bonus after this, so they need to save this weaponry. Mo unable to find a kill with the AWP as of yet, and this will be a clean sweep for North. Zeus still towards outside. He could be found here. He's just trying to defend his teammates in towards that spawn area, and takes down AZ, who was trying to hunt them down.
So at least 1 kill, but a gun lost. Zeus is going down, and they're starting to become aware of the fact that they're burrowed in toward their place of inception. Because it's spawn where they hide. Late peek out, try to get guns down, can't do it. They stay alive, keep the AWP, but money's very grim. Force perhaps around it with the drop of an M4 bringing out a FAMAS from Hobbit.
That's actually quite good news for North. The fact that they've, and a pause comes in at this one as well. This is a real tough situation for Gambit. They've saved an AWP and an M4A1S, but they have 3 players that are on the 3K mark. So they have to be dropping FAMASes, maybe a UMP, try and buy up around that. I think they probably will at this point. You're 8-3 down. You need something to work out for you. You have the AWP in hand. But this could actually be really interesting for North. They know the money's going to be really weak. They won't necessarily have incendiaries. That AWP's going to be towards outside. They know that's been saved. This is when you go for another upper rush at this point. You know they don't have the utility to necessarily hold you out of position, and that could actually be very viable at this stage. We'll see where they decide to go with that. But to be fair, AZ is looking so good outside. He's just rushing every single time, nailing the shots, and actually just sending them on their way.
And there's what Zeus brings, leadership. He's already got a plan he wants to implement. Dojia intently listening. Hobbit sitting on next to Zeus, that was also brought in at the same time. Had a heck of a performance at DreamHack Winter. Hasn't really replicated that, but been consistent even in that. And calm and collected on the north side.
So only 1 gun round picked up by Gambit so far. But that amazing CZ round from Adren gave them the 2nd round victory, and then they went against the Eco. Since then, they've only had 1 round.
And we say this every single time. Whenever you see a play of that nature, when it's holding on to win around that closely. Now, that was a good play early on. It's usually from a team who's relying on individualistics to win.
Yeah.
Because if they're playing a team game, if they're winning, you're not going to see heroics.
Well, then.
Very rarely. Snacks New York on Cobblestone was kind of the exception, where he had 2 incredible clutches, even though they were winning 13-2, I think, at one point in that game.
It's adding insult to injury at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Well then, I'm having a look at the buys right now. It's got 30 seconds left in this pause. They haven't fully committed to going all in this one. They have purchased a Famus now, so that suggests, yes, they will be forcing into it. Like I said, they might as well now. They've saved 2 weapons, one of which is the Orb, and this is actually looking quite promising for North. They know that money's going to be weak, won't necessarily have the utility to hold them off, and we'll see whether Gambit can find another round here. Looking pretty bleak at the moment. So far, so good for North. Haven't had to rely heavily on the executions, just Mages being a nuisance towards that upper position. Last round, he gets the same smoke, but instead of actually sitting in the smoke and using the gap, he gets in the vent nice and quickly and allows AZ to actually pincer with him. That was actually very impressive to watch. Timeout has expired. And here we go then, North getting themselves in a fantastic position. Mages on $11,000. So he's pretty much set for the rest of the game. Orb still going to be in the hands of cajunb, and here comes the final buy. 2 Famuses, a UMP, an M4, and an aforementioned AWP for Mo. He'll be going towards Ramper this time. He'll be changing up the position. I'm just not really feeling it towards Ramper. Like I said, at upper rush, very possible. Could be going for it. They do go towards lobby, but Mo opens things up towards that ramp room.
And that's the saved AWP. If they save one more gun here, even with a loss, they're going to be a maximum loss bonus, so they'll be able to force it again potentially, but right now, focus early, get the round in the name, and do it convincing fashion. Mo started well. MSL goes back toward the outside position. Smoke close. Gap inside of it with AZ going above. The question is, does Zeus hear AZ dropping down? Bounce smoke potentially to put right in front of Zeus. Means that towards Secret, they'll go dropping into it. AZ's a little bit soon. Zeus collects him. And a Molotov off on Secret. They can't wrap around. This could be a full outer push. MSL's going to take down Mo. This could mean him pushing toward Heaven. But Adren still has position behind the big garage. And MSL, so close to walking out in front of it. He may still do.
Doesn't look like he'll be anticipating that for now, but we'll get a challenge towards main entrance. This kill means everything. Now it is going to be the 3-on-2. North still the advantage back.
And Adren was found as well. Adren was found in top by Config as he rotated around. So this is the worst possible scenario because he was the one that could have shut down the entire outer push. Config is going to take down Doja. And round done, even with the opening pick from Mo.
Indeed. Mo towards the ramp room. That was the adjustment after the port. He needs to make something happen. He takes down the AWPer, but MSL, he's actually doing a really good job once again for this team. The in-game leader often called out for not having the fragging potential of the rest of his team. He stepped up in this tournament. He goes towards outside. He can one-taps the AWPer, who's towards Heaven as well, and then he holds off and finds a kill in main entrance. He's doing a really good job now. We go into round number 13. It's 9-3. Another eco. A little bit of a partial buy, I guess, as a UMP and some deagles there with some armor as well, but this should be quite an easy round for North to pick up. Config, aggressive once again towards outside. The smokes have been deployed. Not really much Mo can do with that Desert Eagle on your screen right now. He has no vision. Just have to spam wildly through the smoke. They hit one bullet towards AZ, but it's not going to be enough. They get towards Secret once again, and once they're down in this position, actually, I like this boost. Just having a look around. Once they get down here, it's going to be very difficult for the CT to do anything about it. As I said that, though, they do find a kill.
Bomb drop down in front of the main entrance. Config needs to be careful about getting back to it, but the push and the wraparound Zeus. A UMP from the top of Silo, double headshot from range. He controls that bomb being down by taking down 2 more players. They've got to rotate back around and catch him. Cajun's the one on the task of doing so. And it's Magisk that wants to try and get clever, but he's limited inside of the vents. The single vent entry to upper. It's easy to hold off.
A little bit of a lapse of concentration there. We didn't see it from Zeus's POV, but it seemed like he got on the T roof and towards the silo. They had no idea that was going on. Normally you want to have a player towards that T-spawn position to stop that flank happening, especially in these kind of anti-eco situations. But another 3K for Zeus, and one where he may not actually pick up the round victory here. Adren goes to the T-roof once again, and we'll see whether he can catch them in the back here. He does get towards outside, and there are going to be players in front of him. Oh, giving his position away, though. Had to hit that one dig.
Oh, he spots one immediately. Snow peeking, he's got bomb down. He's got room for Adren to sneak in behind. Magisk gets close, Doja tags him. That gives Adren a massive chance on the UMP, but Magisk, rather than risk not knowing, he'll go downstairs where there's less likely that Adren's gonna be hidden, and he's got the AK ready to go. Picked it up on the way through. It's 3 kills for Magisk. Looks for the immediate rotation in behind. He's heard him drop down. Adren flash out as well. He's gonna commit to this. Magisk has already got it lined up. Looks toward decontamination. He falls underneath. Still means a large commitment from Adren to get that far, and he's outside of the vents, not yet shown. Magisk in the corner, though. It's a drop down. Adren's got to peek it right down. Immediately spots him before he lands. That's huge, but what a shot from Magisk! He gave himself a chance by getting in behind the silo. But it doesn't even matter with accuracy like that.
Gambit trying everything they possibly could there. Zeus gives them the lifeline, 3 kills with the only weapon they really had, the UMP. He gets towards T-Roof, gets them all in the back there. This is what I wanted to see. You can see they have no awareness that he's actually in this position. They've kind of got tunnel vision towards outside there. So Zeus takes 3 kills. Unfortunately, they can't pick up the round. The 2 versus 1 goes in Mage's favor, and it's going to get them a double-figure scoreline now, 10-3. Another full buy though. Mo back on the AWP. Mages smokes out towards Squeaky Door once again. You can see he's got them very scared of that position as they're trying to make sure he doesn't get out towards the vent or in that tight corner once again. But Adren behind the tees at this point. This could work out very nicely for him as he sneaks in behind that smoke. Their player's already in front of him though, and he will be checking it, so he should get a couple of kills here, but just narrowly misses out on the vision. He'll be calling outsides clear at this point. He's walked past 2 tees.
This is big. They were able to get Zeus forward last time. Adren's going to take map space aware of them. They need to do this as well. If they're going to be given an inch, they've got to take it all. Trigger discipline, let them walk in, confirm they're going that direction. Problem is he's got to get kills before his teammates go down. What a shot, Cajun B. Forget your cleverness, Adren. You lose your teammates and go down yourself. It's now going to have to be a save already.
So that almost looked like it was going to work out perfectly. Yes, he walked past 2 tees and calls outside clear. They strike towards upper, but he could have saved the day there. But Occasion B, what a shot that was. The flick towards lobby. 5 players surviving for North, and it's just down to Dozier, who's outside.
And he was checking radio for a flank.
Yep.
And snaps that far to the left to hit the shot. That's a crazy flick from Cajun.
I need to see that from his POV. That looked absolutely nuts how he found that one. So unlucky for Adren.
Look at this. Checks radio. Oh, he wasn't even scoped in.
The timing would have been so perfect. Adren was set up like 2 or 3 kills there. And we go into round number 15. This has been pretty bleak so far for Gambit. Can't really get running. The only 2 rounds they got in a row was that CZ victory and then against a full eco. 1 gun round so far. And it looks like it might be a 12-3. And it's just going to be another upper rush. And Gambit, they do open up the fragging here with 2 frags from Adren.
Oh, but good pickup as well as they walk in through hut. But Cajun, with the door open, takes the opportunity to fire into main entrance, but it doesn't even matter. Zeus comes back around. Cajun and AZ fall. They get at least 1 more round. Only their 2nd gun, and it was limited at that. 11-4 with North going onto his CT side nuke, and we know they're very good with rotations on this side.
Indeed. I think everyone predicted North would be picking up Nuke here, but here's the replay from Adren. Another upper rush coming in, and just spraying them down. Not much aim required, just crouch spray, and land your bullets towards that door area. Anyone rushing it will be taken down. It's the risk you take when you rush upper, but 11-4, still a very dominating lead here from North. Zeus with 15 kills. He had multiple rounds. He got like 3 or 4 kills, right? But he just weren't picking up the rounds. He's very unlucky in that respect. He was damaging the economy, but just couldn't do enough to actually pick up the rounds that really counted there. 4 still enough to work with, though. As we said, it is turning into a 50-50 sort of map. The T side, as North has demonstrated, certainly can run away with halves. So if Gambit pick up the pistol here, there's no reason why they can't give them the same treatment in return. That's to point out as well on the fragging on the other side. It's Cajun B with 17 kills to lead the charge for North. MSL not far behind, 13 kills and 11.
And Adren, just to point out as well with that push around, sorry to cut it on you so quickly, but it's known to be the player that seems to lead the way when Gambit's on form. He finally gets room and that happens. He looked pretty stunned at halftime.
5 sets of armor for the CTs, no smokes, no kits here. We'll have a look at the buy for Gambit as well. Molotov and 2 flashbangs, no smoke picked up at all. So Dozier's towards the upper ward right now. He'll be throwing that Molotov in towards the upper bomb site, and that's where they're going to strike.
Shots through. Zeus getting MSL. Starts off well, but AZ gets hobbit back. Cajun up for the Venice config. Look at the shot from Zeus. Gets another on Adren as they walk through. Good rotation, well timed. Dozia's got to recover the bomb, tagged already to 68. Jumps through the window. No catching the feed on the way through. Gets config with good movement, and it's down to Magisk versus Dozia. Bomb picked up. A swap to the USP spotted as he goes to the vent, but knows it, and Dozia takes no chances, goes back for the headshot.
Big round from Dozier there. Lovely movement through the window. I don't think config anticipated him being able to get out that quickly. Blows his head off there and lines things up correctly towards the hub position. May just gets his head taken off as well. So there it is, Gambit pickup. A much needed pistol. 11-5 now. There will be a force buy in return. 3 scouts for North. Okay then. Cajun B, config and AZ going in with a sniper rifle here. And there's going to be 4 rifles for Gambit. So they want to make sure they don't give anything away here. Have the firepower to go toe-to-toe with the force buy from the CTs. Cajun B to take the first shot as they will be going towards outside. Smokes come in though to take away his vision.
Cajun first shot, but won't land. 3 scouts for North. Tags galore. Nades galore. Down to 80 HP for Cajun. Only one armor bought up. It's MSL that has it. The chest piece on Cajun. Smoke gone on Big Garage. Bit of vision if they wrap towards Secret. They're getting ever closer. Needs to be ready. Tags, as I said, were already hit. In fact, Hobbit and Adren as well. They just need to keep hitting body shots. That's what Cajun's doing. If he tries to pick up another, he will be found by Zeus eventually. AK over the top. And MSL with one of the pistols is waiting at HUD if they go back to inner, but now with that first kill at outer, they're going to start to push this way with the AK-47s.
Well, the good news is those scout tags make those pistols a lot more viable now. Mages and MSL can get a nice close range and have some weaker opponents to go up against. Configs are relentlessly trying to find kills towards outside.
Oh, goes down. I was going to say trying to find the jump with it, but Zeus hits it. So second scout fallen. You're right, though, about the pistols. 32 HP and 30 for Adren. They can easily find the 2 kills based on those hits. MSL's waiting with the 5-7 for them to enter, and they're getting closer. He'll spot the gun barrel, immediately shoots straight down, headshot in. Second one there, Hobbit follows it up, has to. And Bomb, he didn't quite collect it on the way by, so Zeus has to protect him. And if he holds this window, Magisk, he's gonna walk in, but timing is everything. He doesn't see it, Magisk gets both. That's so massive. Zeus doesn't spot it, he drops the bomb as well. 13 seconds. AZ's got a chance. It's 3 kills for Zeus. You said he's been the top fragger. He's gonna have to be the hero. Taps, knows he's there, peeks it out. Smart play from Zeus.
Oh, that would have been really difficult for AZ because Zeus had 100 HP. It would require a headshot at that point with a scout, and that sort of situation wasn't going to be possible. The fake plant comes in, AZ out of position, Zeus with the easy kill to finish it off. So a very interesting round, but this was the play that made things very uncomfortable for Gambit. Mages slips in and finds 2 kills as Zeus finally takes him down, and he recovers the round. So he was the player watching that position, so it's good that he actually managed to pick up the round victory. This should be a full eco now from North, and you can see, yes, that's reflected by Gambit, by Mac 10's, a UMP as well. And good Molotovs to mow down these 2 players trying to rush towards the ramp room.
Doji and Zeus and Mo. Finally, AZ stops Mo, but Doji again, and now wrapping a wrap. They find back, wrapping a rack around, excuse me. They find Config pushing into the lobby. So North try to go aggressive. Can't blame them with only the pistols, but it won't work now. They'll be in a position to bring up the guns on the CT side, but no AWP, which is a factor.
Indeed, well, that force bite means KGB cannot get the AWP, there's no kits available, and only 1 incendiary. Considering they have a UMP, maybe we'll see something a little bit quicker from Gambit here. Big round for them to pick up, force another eco if they can get it, but Zeus still nade out the door, flash towards main, and looks like they'll be focusing towards outside of Hobbit on the silo here.
Flames in front of the door. Blown out early. Smoke off on the vent. Side of the hut, but Zeus with this gap in it, the only gap that's available, is able to peek up and spot AZ on the corner. MSL's going to try and use the same position, but look at the movement from Zeus. Takes down MSL because he's already gone through the doorway, tagged this 6, but it doesn't matter. He's got 2 kills. As Gambit looked to be continuing in the same form. Config traded, but Cajun able to wrap around, find Hobbit. Magisk follows it up, and he knows there's one more at Squeaky Door. It's a 2 versus 2 bomb. It's in the hands of Mo, and he's about to get Molotoved out of the corner. Nades go back, though. His teammate will bail him out, and I don't think the Molotov made it all the way in. Even if it did, it smoked off right away, and Mo's only tagged to 81. It's Magisk on 25. Rotating up the ladder at Heaven, but they've gone below. He goes up, they go down. Yeah,
this has been a real brawl of a round there, but great teamwork from Gambit. Now they've got themselves in a perfect situation. As we said at the start of the round, not a single kit purchase at the start for North here. Mages, 2 players to find, bomb down towards lower. This is such a tough call for him. We'll see whether he actually goes for it. I don't think he's going to bother, knowing that the team's going to be extremely limited going into the next round. No kit available. I think he's just looking for the exit kills here, see if he can damage the economy at least of Gambit here.
So 4 in a row for Gambit to start off their T-side campaign. First gun round they've won in, seems like forever, because remember the gun rounds they did win in the first half, they weren't even full gun rounds really. They had UMPs, they were forcing in, they were still limited on utility. This time they finally control it. Magisk is gonna get a free kill onto a Dren, so it does force more reinvestment out of the terrorist side, but they've basically at this point got 2 rounds in hand. So it'll take a bit to whittle them down, unless they go op heavy right now on Adren.
Zeus doing such a good job, by the way. He's on 25 kills after 19
That's
rounds.
That's insane.
Yeah, he's doing a sick job. He comes out towards the squeaky door position, headshots AZ somehow, that sort of angle, finds a second kill as well, pretty much doing it single-handedly at that point. They do pull it back, but just great teamwork. Like you said, that Molotov coming in, Adren strikes towards main entrance and makes sure the player waiting for the T to retreat actually gets taken down. So another eco here. They do save it M4A1. It's going to be in the hands of Mages here. He's towards outside. They're giving his position away. So I think that'll be a signal at this point. Let's go back towards ramp perhaps. Leave him be outside.
Slow, steady. A single M4 is in the hands of Majiskin, as you mentioned, outside to try and get the range with it. Mo, good tags onto ramp. It's going to drop Cajun B onto 22 HP as he backs away. He's rotated lower already. No one from the floor at upper's gone down just yet because there's a Molotov in front of the vent.
Oh,
so it limits it, but nice shot. AZ, as he rotates in from heaven, he catches Mo, trying to push around to hold rotations, and now they'll get someone on the lower deck. Because MSL's gotten down in toward the control room stairs, found by Adren, opens up more space, but they're all getting in position. MSL, this Majist that was actually hit, is still actually burrowed into the same position. Watch underneath the Toxic as well as Cajun picks up one. They're effective on their trades. Again, this starts to whittle the economy, even if they don't pick up the round. Nice shot, Config! Bomb drop temporarily, and they're gonna immediately be dynamic and change it up. Smoke in front of MSL, he can try and push it through. Oh, this could be big as well. Adren's in control with that smoke down, didn't spot lower stairs. And the question is right now, is he peeking lower stairs or is he watching the vents? It looks like he's ready for both. And MSL's gonna walk up, spot him, looking the wrong direction, finds it with the Deagle. They're both lined up inside of the site. Gambit can't afford to lose any round at this point in time. They need to continue to claw back into the game. It's up to Hobbit to do so. First kill successful, forces MSL's hand. Still on the Deagle, doesn't even matter. Hobbit nails the shot.
Yeah, Hobbit had the defuse come in, had to check whether it was a full defuse, there's no kit there, and nails the shot. MSL, though, made things very interesting. A 1v1, it was easy to open things up there. The Desert Eagles almost prevail, but not meant to be. Now it's going to be a 5-0 here in the second half. We did say, Gambit, they could do the exact same as to what North presented in the first half, but 11-9 now, they close the gap. For the first time now, North do have the AWP in the hands of Cajun. Very good at that outside position. We'll see whether he can open things up here. A couple of players walking towards this position, but they do flash him off for now.
Cajun waiting with AWP is going to spot outer. No smokes down on that position just yet. It's Majiskin again that wants to cover off toward ramp. And MSL goes old school in his positioning almost, in that he's sitting directly on the rafters looking straight into the hut doorway. Now we'll see some smokes deployed in the outer position. It's big garage. They're not covering off the line of smokes from red crate. Double smoke that allows you to walk straight into secret, which does mean even though Cajun B is isolated for at least a temporary moment, Config can rotate out from heaven and still spot towards secret, which is exactly what he's done. So it's not like they have freedom of movement. They're still jostling over position to get in position for execution. 4 down inside a lobby. I expect that Dren at this point would love to wrap toward the main entrance, but Cajun's gonna find him before he can even do so. And with Mo climbing back up onto the T-roof, I imagine he's gonna be the one to deploy some nades through the top skylights. And there we go, first skylight blown out. They're late in doing it. Hobbit finds Config before they go. Molotov's gonna land top hut. Does that reach AZ's position? And was it thrown? I think he went for the smoke instead. So it hasn't actually moved AZ. And actually, I look up on the roof, the Molotov missed. It landed on the roof itself, so they wanted to move AZ. They need to check this position knowing it didn't land. They do manage to find it on the way through, but MSL, he's left alive because of it. He gets all 3 on the way in. The Molotov missed on AZ, and MSL doesn't even get checked.
That's Cajun being MSL there. Cajun with the first 2 opening orb frags and MSL to mow them down as he funnels them towards the upper bomb site there. As soon as Cajun gets the AWP, they start finding rounds here. MSL, as we mentioned in the pre-game, he's been having a great tournament so far. 3 big kills are defined in their first round here in the second half. 12-9. Money actually started to get pretty low. There have been some very close rounds, especially that Deagle encounter that got it down to a 1v1.
The other thing about that as well is we talk about it all the time, blowing out the skylights early every round no matter what, because they blew them out late. And as soon as they did, MSL changed his position and got ready for a hot take. Because it was very clear at that point they were looking for execution, especially having lost to Dren outside alone. And speaking of losing players early, Cajun B, a good lineup with the op at the ramp room.
Oh.
Second kill as well as Zeus tries to bait a shot, jumping across, can't do so. And Q rotation, because it's going to be a turnpike. Majiskin gets taken down right away, though Dren down below is the one to find him. But they have Config with bomb, with Cajun at the ramp room.
Just a perfect play from Cajun B. He showed his hand towards outside in the previous round, got a couple of kills. Now he's going towards ramp. That's where they think they'll be safe. He takes the first 2 shots down. That second one was beautiful as well. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 1. Adren towards secret. No real reason for the CDs to commit at all. They have the bomb down in that ramp position. Just hold off any sort of flank that Adren can present to them, and that's round over. He has to try and save this weapon. Maybe try and find a couple of kills. and take some money away. You can see the money's pretty low. AZ on $500, MSL 400. So if he does find 1 or 2 kills, but regardless, MSL finds another headshot there. Great work from Cajun and MSL in the last few rounds, and it's going to be another eco here for Gambit. They can't really afford to force into any of this. And here's the shot. The second one is the one that really impressed me. Just readjusting. Most teams or players would fall back in that position. You get the first kill, they get down towards lower. But he's here, putting on a show for us. Cajun B. That was a lovely second shot. And this is a force buy. Okay, interesting. Third stay loss bonus here. They're going all in. If they lose this, nothing left over. It'll be 14-9.
It's mandatory bomb plant.
Yeah, it has to be.
It's the only way they can get into the next round. It's going to be 14-9 if they don't succeed at picking up the round, but 14-9 with no guns, massive problem. Now we're seeing that wall of smoke we talked about. Cover off Red Crate into the secret stairwell. They're able to walk by for free. Cajun B's above them inside of the bigger rush, but Magisk is the one to cover ramp. 3 players onto him. Can't land the shots, backs away. Thankfully, Config's already rotated in, because if he doesn't, it means that Magisk rotates down to lower, which is occupied by terrorists, and that's a smart rotation. Keeps all 5 up from north. No bomb plant. Gambit's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they are in a lot of trouble indeed. That force buy didn't amount to too much. Going towards ramp, one of the tightest choke points in the map as well. Perfectly played by North. You could see the first player that's waiting there, Magus, he does a lot of damage. He actually blocks them coming down towards lower, the Incendiary as well. Config rotates in, mows them down. They have no choice but to run through the fire at that point. Not a single kill picked up, and it's 14-9. They can only go in with deagles, no armor, no nades. And this is looking pretty grim now. Almost certainly going to be a 15-9 map point coming in for North. Big nade to kick things off as well. The unarmored body of Hobbit there, getting taken down to 42 HP.
Cajun stepping out, lags up from that range on a Dren, and then changes the angle, looks to the top of Red. Needs to be a little bit careful because they're picking away, but what he's done is bring Cajun into position. Nice shot from a Dren to put him down. But it's going to take a lot more than one nice shot. They've got to get these Deagles in position to get everyone down. Cajun's going to back away to CT as well, so even if they wrap toward Heaven, he's positioned to cover off. AZ spots it as well. Hobbit looks around trying to do exactly that, and it's all onto a Dren. It's going to go map point north, as expected on Nuke.
Yeah. To be fair, it's been a good second half from Gambit so far, getting that 5-0, but as soon as the orb comes out, that's the deciding factor. Cajun seems like he's on point today, hitting every single shot. Cheney's position up as well, and it seems like him and tag team combo between MSL in the second half. He's just getting all the frags available, then MSL finishing up the job once he funnels him towards the upper bomb site. It's going to be 15-9 now. We have one more buy available for Gambit here. Mo, glass cannon AWP, not necessarily a huge deal on Nuke, but the thing is he's on 7 for 21 right now. After 24 rounds, it's not looking too good for him. Hasn't exactly been lighting up the scoreboard with the orb. And towards outside we go once again. Let's see whether Mo can find Cajun B, and he'll be waiting on the other side in the garage position.
Garage position taken down though. Mo gets up on top of the box to spot the corner. AZ, MSL, they're going to transfer inside, but Zeus catches AZ out, trying to get closer to the squeaky door. So MSL playing the floor this time, doesn't have Raptors to watch out. He's got to get aggressive and wrap toward main entrance to cut them off. Does so. It's a Dren that goes down. Backing away, they're going to continue to push onto his position. He finds another, looks for the Tech 9, but Hobbit's too quick. But it's Magisk left 1 versus 3 to try and shut this down to wrap the game and get this on to the next map. Inferno, that's not going to happen yet. We've got to sit for one more Gambit pullback.
They do, they get double figures here. He's going to take 5 rounds in a row to get themselves to overtime. Well, it's Mo with the AWP. We said he had to step up here. He gets a kill on Cajun and then finishes things off as well. MSL did what he could with that at M4, pulls out the Tech 9, run out of ammo, and it's going to be Hobbit to take him down. Money's still available here for North, though. Still have a buy in hand really as well. Still 4K left over on most of the players. Outside worked quite nicely for Gambit. Will they go for that again? Blowing out the door. Misthrown smoke, though. That was designed to go towards main entrance. That could be a disaster, but Config goes down first.
Good pick from a Dren, as you say, to get Config down first, but it's AZ that's going to rotate. We haven't seen this push. Remember, the old catwalk used to go to this corner and stop, so it was less common that CTs would try and use it to their advantage. AZ's doing exactly what you used to do on it, sit to wait and watch behind Red Crate if they push around. But they slow up for betterment and fall back, so they won't find the angle for AZ. Cajun won't have anyone to spot on top of Silo, but it's MSL that gets Doja. On the top of the hut, smoke out now to cover off Squeaky, and he allows him to relocate to stay dynamic. Nade goes through, but no one on the receiving end at main. Mo's gotten down below. I'll take that back. Sorry, it looked like corner when we snapped over at his radio. I thought he was inside Squeaky. It was secret. I was going to say that seems a bit odd because it's a Dren that's over there, but he's still looking for Magisk, who plays headshot box. If he steps for a peek, An easy flick for Mo to accomplish. Bounce smoke, mid-entry, seems like it's in the middle of nowhere, but it covers off Turnpike for rotations. Molotov will do the same. It's buying space, which indicates to me they want to walk in and try and find kills. Molotov goes toward the headshot. It does get Magisk down, but he stands firm inside of it and takes down Hobbit first. And Dren takes down MSL. That opens things up because now Cajun's forced to rotate back. Another 1 versus 3 at the upper side and another win for Gambit.
Holding on just about here. It looked like that 3-on-3 was going to fall apart, but Adren coming in from main entrance there, nailing a couple of sensational shots. Means it will be an eco here. And I think we have the timeout at this point for North. They're going to be looking at their money situation, so it's pretty good. Like I said, a couple of players on 4K in the previous round. They've got Cajun B on 6K, MSL and AZ not far behind as well, but it's config and majors that are low. They're trying to work out, do they buy into this one? Is it worth it? Do they just take an eco on the chin here, a partial buy, and just allow themselves to finish it off properly? I would say that's the right call at this point. You've got 4 rounds in the bag, 4 match points, or map points I should say, to finish it off. Take the partial buy, you can cause damage with those deagles and see what you can do at this point, but yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they'll be doing. They're going to scout out. So, yeah, they could have bought into this round, but they want to do it properly and make sure they have a clean sweep and don't ruin their own finance situation by forcing into this and trying to close it out quickly.
Double scout then. As you say, they had 6K on just about 3 members, so this is disciplined buying.
Yeah, it makes sense. Scouts, as we saw before, can do a lot of damage on the CT side. You can get the tags outside and set the pistol players up to have the easier spray downs of those weakened players. And I'm assuming Mo's got the AWP down as well, and he'll be using that towards outside. And you know the money situation is going to be pretty grim here for the CT, so they'll probably be slowing things right down, allow the AWP to work out towards outside again. But that's where things get interesting. The scout headshot comes in, which is very possible. Could fall apart. We'll see what happens.
Back underway then. All timeout rules, so that's both teams using theirs. We saw Gambit use theirs in the first half. 27th round, perhaps further than some of the analysts might have expected, perhaps further than some of the viewers and everyone might have expected. Gambit to be able to force this against North. As Mo will get towards Squeaky. Too many S's. To watch main. He's backed off slightly, so he doesn't have the vision toward outer, but they do still have Hobbit on top silo that's going to do damage onto AZ when he tries to wrap around. Config's looking for a miracle from this range with the P250, and Hobbit's already spotted that, so that chance is gone. Molotov eventually does enough damage onto the vent to blow it out.
Yeah, well, Zazy, who was low HP, he had one of the scouts and goes down. Magis able to recover it though, but it looks like this round is falling apart. Nice disciplined play. There's a headshot though from Magis. Good chance to do something with this round. He gets a couple more tags in as well.
Looking to rotate around. Doja slips in behind, but Cajun gets at least 1 kill on Mo, who thinks that it's cleared off. MSL, good shot on Hobbit. The scouts are wreaking havoc. It's a 2 versus 2 still. And Magisk, he's got an AK above them. Perfect timing to walk in. Good response from Doja. And now they know exactly where the last remaining player is, but MSL's got the shot on Doja. He stands down and Dred's tagged up MSL. It's the scout buy for North that's going to win the game. It'll go 16-11, and we'll move on to Inferno.
2 scout, 3 pistols. MSL with one of the best performances I've seen from him in a very long time. He's been great throughout this tournament. He closes the game out with the scout as well. Fantastic stuff. And it looked like they were going for the conservative option there, trying to save their money going forward, but they closed it out. Scouts having so much impact there. And I think MSL and Cajun in that second half alone, they get the MVP for their team, looking like after going 5-0 down, it could have all fallen apart. We've seen them break down in these big playoff games before, but they managed to recover.
Yeah, and we have seen them break down multiple times. We talk about that being sort of a Danish trend. I know we harp on that a lot, but it's true. And when the money got limited, I'm glad to see them take. It's interesting they win it with the double scout, but I'm glad to see them make that decision to think long term, to think just about closing the game, not to take it. We have to do it now, not to rush it, to just have that mentality of winning is the only option. Good run from Gambit. I have to say Zeus was by far the most impressive player for them.
He was
all over the place. They were lacking firepower from Adren. He wasn't far behind, but he wasn't having the impact he normally does. And Mo and Hobbit never got rolling at all.
We didn't see enough from Mo. He needs to step up a little bit more. That AWP, I think, towards the very end there, hit like 8 kills, something like that. Like, he needs to be one of the superstars. Hobbit's been quiet, but Adren keeping that good form up as well, and it's rare to see Zeus topping the scoreboard like that. So that's promising going into the next map. We do sort of favor Inferno towards Gambit, seeing as they had a big win against Fnatic. Obviously, North dropped against Optic as well, so a chance of redemption there, but it's still looking like, I would say, North are the better team. The scoreline kind of doesn't tell the full story. After 11-4 first half and then going down 5-0.
Yeah, exactly. It was a matter of economy.
Yeah, right. So I still feel like North are playing much better today.
Well, with that said, we'll take a short break, come back for map number 2, a chance for North to go 2-0, but it's Inferno. We finally get to cast it. Henry, I'm looking forward to it. We'll be back.